Okay, I'm going to give you some tips, stuff I wish I'd known before building this Billy miniature pharmacy. So here it is. This is the product of many weeks of work. And here's some stuff I wish I had known before I started. So number one is get a tray. So this is my tray. It's just an IKEA tray and has all my supplies that, I didn't really need everything in here, but I just kept everything together. I have a cat that likes to get up and wreck stuff, so having everything together in a place that I could easily scoop it away was super helpful. So number one, get a tray. Number two, you will have to buy some stuff. So one thing that you'll need is glue that dries clear. This doesn't have to be expensive. This is just from the dollar store. But make sure that it says it's for paper and wood, and find one that will dry clear. You'll also need your own scissors. Obviously, you know what scissors look like. I would say the other thing is the hardest part for this one, which was, oh my gosh, it's so dark, which was the drugstore one, was the cardboard parts. So it's the cardboard parts that you have to wrap around that are the hardest part. And that is because cardboard does not want to curl. So it's stuff like even this. This is actually made of a little piece of cardboard that's wrapped around. So it will come with cardboard like this, but you're going to have to cut it and also make sure it dries properly. So I used a rubber band to hold it in a circular shape. And the same thing for this little one here. This is the same. The other part that was very tricky was this counter. So you can see that it actually curves around like this. This is a piece of cardboard that's curved. So you're going to have to hold it in position while it dries. I used like a binder clip. Let me see. Like these. And I just made sure that when I was clipping everything, I let it dry with these, hold it in place. Another tip is be very stingy with if you have anything that requires painting or gluing. So this roof, each piece of cardboard, okay, here's another tip, don't do that. Each piece of cardboard had to be painted, and also that's a straw on the top, and the little bit of styrofoam on the end, painted gray. I was very careful to not use too much paint because I didn't want to run out, because I wanted, obviously to have enough to cover it. The other thing is this wood color. So it's just like anything that's this brown color has to be stained with this little bit of wood. So, sorry, not wood, wood stain. It's just like a liquidy brown thing. So I actually mixed mine with water because I didn't want to run out. And that was actually good because I almost did run out even mixing it with water. Maybe that was just me. Another thing to note is this light. So I picked a set that came with light. They don't all come with it, but it's actually just a little thing. So you need to provide your own batteries. It's just AA, not too hard to find. But it will not be super stable because you have to connect the two wires together. So I actually taped part of it. You can see the red and the black, and the other two I had to hook around. So that's why it kind of goes on and off. But I do love the light because it really adds kind of a nice effect. Another thing is, you can see when I tipped that over, some stuff fell out, but not everything did because I glued a lot of stuff in place. So that's a trade-off you'll have to make, is gluing to make it stable versus, not being able to arrange stuff as much. I bought some extra pieces like this little metal phone because I thought they were really adorable, but I did not glue them because I wanted to be able to take them out and play around with them. Same thing with this gumball machine. So this is sold separately, but I just thought it was so cute. Mine actually broke. It has little beads in it. You can see the back here, it's broken. I had to tape it. Not a huge deal, but if you're ordering this online, I would say just to be mindful that they're pretty fragile. Mine broke even though I got it from a store in Japan. But you know, if you're ordering in the mail, imagine it could be damaged in transit as well. Another thing is to take some creative license. So my little pharmacy store doesn't look exactly the same as what the photo showed, so I'll show you. The photo looks like this. So you can see there's some differences. Some of it is because I didn't do it correctly, some of it, so the bike didn't come with it, so I don't have the bike. The bench, actually mine is a different bench. It doesn't look exactly like that, but I didn't put it with the set just because I feel like the scale is off, so I prefer it without. But one thing that is different is actually you can see that this comes with a piece of paper that is supposed to be the bricks. Mine came with that as well, but I messed it up. So I found this counter really hard to make my first time. It was a big mess. I kind of wrecked the piece of paper that came with it. So I actually went out and got this stuff. So this is actually like for model railroads and whatnot. It's just like fake bricks. And I really like this. It's really sturdy. So that's what I used. I don't know if you can see because the lighting is really bad, but I used that for my counter. Let me see if I could show you. It's really dark, but it's around the counter. It's also around these things. So it was paper that came with it originally, but I put the brick just because I did a bad job gluing the paper and it looked wrinkled. And I liked the brick, how it looks anyway. So I would say take a little creative license if you can, if you want, and don't worry too much. I also arranged my little products a bit differently than they had it, just because I thought, I don't know, I just wanted to leave space for my extra things that I bought, and also I preferred the way it looked with a little bit less. What else? So another thing is mine didn't come with, you can see inside, oops, these little shelves. So the shelves in the back, mine actually didn't come with the wood for that. I don't know if it was maybe a mistake or whatnot, but that was not really an issue. I just provided my own wood. So that might be something to look out for depending on which set you order, and maybe, you know, they don't always come with everything. You might have to improvise a little bit. Instructions for my set, for your set, probably will be in Japanese, and there are some diagrams, but I did not use this at all, really. I looked at the picture, but really what I did was I just Googled the name of the set in English, Billy Miniature, Pharmacy or whatever it was called, and then I found a YouTube video, which I'll link below, that was super helpful. So I really just relied on this YouTube video to guide me through. It didn't show everything, but most of the steps were captured and I could guess the rest on my own. I also provided my own sand. So it didn't come with sand. It came with the rocks and the kind of moss, but it didn't really give me sand, which is not a huge deal. Most people can access sand, so I actually have a little sack of it for when I get my next one. Yes, I already ordered another one. Subscribe if you want to see me build that and talk about that one. But yeah, I would say there are some things that you might have to go and get. Not a huge deal, but just to keep in mind. What else here? Oh yeah, another thing you could do if you just wanted to use the instructions is you can use Google Translate. So for anyone who isn't aware, I'll just show you on my phone. Just get Google Translate and get the Japanese one. And then what you can do is go to your camera, and then you would have to align the photo to show the Japanese, and then it will translate it for you. Sorry, that was a very bad demo, but the app is pretty easy to use. I would use that if you really are dead set on trying to use these instructions. But I found the video was sufficient. Let me see if there's any other tips I have. One thing I suggest doing, take a photo of your set before you assemble it. So when you get it, it's just going to look like a bunch of sticks. You're going to be shocked at how it comes together, or you'll put it together. But I'm really glad I took a picture of how it looked before. I also took a lot of pictures of my progress throughout because I spent many weeks doing this. I didn't do it all in one shot. I would take pictures and then I would send them to my sister. She didn't care. But at the end, I was very happy I had pictures of at least the before, because when you have the after compared to the before, it's pretty shocking at how, you'll be proud of yourself, proud of your progress. So definitely take a before picture. And really that's it. I mean, oh, one more thing. Do not throw anything away. So you can see here, I have all this stuff. Obviously, I don't need to keep it now, but I'm still, in the mindset of don't throw anything away, because every little piece of paper that you get may be needed. So especially when you're building these little, supplies, these are really just like pieces of plastic, like a straw or a tube, and you just glue paper on top of it to make it look like stuff. So if you accidentally discard, let's say, something that looks like this, or maybe like a little thing, you just have to be very careful, because it could be something you need to make the stuff that is inside the set. So I'm still, obviously I don't know why I'm keeping all this stuff, but maybe it's for my next set. I don't know. That might get confusing, but anyway, do not throw anything away until you're done. I can throw this stuff away now, but I still holding on to it for some reason. Anyway, lots of fun. I love these sets. As I said, I'm getting another one. And subscribe if you want to see me play around with the next one, maybe from start to finish. I can make a little tutorial. Enjoy, have fun, and yeah.